Hey guys, long time no see, and today I'm going to be showing you how I created this very beautiful, sexy vampire look. There are two different types of girls in this world. The ones that want to be turned into a werewolf and the ones that want to turn into a vampire. Me, in this case, I always prefer a vampire. I wanted to show you these cute hair clips that my mother-in-law bought me and these cute earrings that I have, and this look was inspired by a good friend of mine who had mentioned that she wanted to see a vampire look. So let's get started. Now listen, previously I did say that I wouldn't draw my eyebrows because they're naturally dark, but today I had to go old school and use one of the OG 2016 products, the Morphe Chocolate Mousse, and I'm using this with an angled brush to fill in my eyebrows. And the reason why is because vampires naturally have very light, pale skin, and their eyebrows are usually very thin or super dark. Once my eyebrows are filled in to my desire, I'm going to clean them up and I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer that lasts 24 hours to carve them. This look was actually perfect timing because today I actually donated blood, and the nice lady who was helping me, her and I were talking about Vampire Diaries versus Twilight, and she had mentioned that she'd never seen Vampire Diaries. Let me know down below if you have seen both or neither or one or the other. Next, I'm going to apply some tape so whenever I do my eyeshadow, it comes out nice and sharp. I already went ahead and applied the Morphe Eyelid Primer to get started, and I'm going to be using the Glamlite X Chucky palette, and as you can see, these colors definitely give me vampire vibes. First, with a fluffy brush, I am going to be using the color Scarier Than Ever, and I forgot to show you before I applied the color, but I will here in a second. And I'm only blending that color out on the outer corner and in the inner corner, as you see here. I did go into the color a few times, so that way it did intensify that color before I apply the next one. Oh, and this is the color that I was mentioning earlier, Scarier Than Ever. It's that brown color. And now I'm going to be using the color Free Hugs, which is just the black. Next, with a smaller fluffy brush, I am going to be using that shade, but I'm only going to be adding it towards the middle, and I'm not going to diffuse it as much as I did the other color because we still want the other shade to show. When dealing with black eyeshadow, you want to work in small sections at a time, and you only want to dab the palette at least once, just because sometimes blacks can be very harsh and super pigmented, and then it could definitely ruin a look if you are not careful. And with that other brush and that other color, I did go back and just diffuse those colors together, so that way they were nicely blended. Next, I'm going to be using the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Ellis Atlantis palette, but I'm only going to be using one shade, and it's going to be this shimmery color that you see here. It's the Ethereal color, and the reason why I wanted to use this color is because just look how beautiful that looks. And with my finger, I am going to be dabbing until I get that shimmer nicely blended with the other colors. And the reason why I used this shimmer shade is because this one is a little bit more fine. The one in the Chucky palette is more gray, and I did want to see more of like my skin tone underneath. Now that the shimmer shade is blended out and I'm satisfied with the way it looks, I'm going to be using the LA Colors liquid liner, but I'm not going to be giving myself a wing. The reason why I didn't do a wing eyeliner is because I wanted my eyeshadow to be the center of attention. Sometimes whenever you do a wing liner or just put on a heavy lash, it can cover up a lot of that hard work that you just did, and people won't be able to see your eyeshadow as much. Once I am done with that, I'm going to move on to mascara, and I'm going to be using the Essence Lash Princess Curl and Volume Mascara and applying that to the top lashes for right now. Next, I'm going to be using some falsies, and my mother-in-law actually gave me these lashes. This is the Millie Best Lashes B32, and they are just half. And while I have the glue on them and they dry, I'm going to move on to the next step. And as you can see, I went ahead and removed that tape, and now we're going to be lining our lips. I'm going to be using my Chucky eyeliner for this, and I'm going to be outlining the outside of my lips, but not all the way. As you can see here, I'm only going to be doing just the outer corners. Now that I am done outlining the outer corner of my lips, I am going to move on to another Chucky lip liner, but this one's actually like a wine color, as you can see here. This is part of that Chucky collection that I have. And now with that color, we are going to be filling in that gap, so that way our whole lips are lined. Next, I'm going to be using the NARS lipstick, and the color is Intrigue, and it is a very beautiful, perfect red. And the reason why I lined my lips the way I did is because once we apply the lipstick and we blend those colors together, it gives you a nice ombre effect. Now that we have finished our lips, our lashes should be ready to go. And now I'm going to be applying them to the outer corner. I really like these lashes because they look so natural, and honestly, it almost looks like I don't even have any falsies on. I went ahead and completed the rest of my face off camera, and now that that's done, I'm going to move on to my bottom lashes, but I'm going to be applying some black eyeliner to my waterline and some mascara. And that is all for today's look. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down below what you guys would like to see next. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at _celestialbeauty_. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching.